Mine. We are finishing up with the draft eligible gentlemen here tonight. These are some of the gentlemen that I did not get a chance to speak with yesterday as they were coming in. They've ran them drills. They're excited for tomorrow to play the game. But as always, I want to introduce them to y'all. So let me get my brother in here first off. Good evening, sir. Pleasure. Do me a favor. Tell the people who you are, please.
Jelon Owens, defensive back from Benedictine University in Illinois.
Illinois. All right. So your love of the game as a defensive back, where'd it come from?
I've been playing football since I could walk, honestly. My first steps from the football field. So my brother's doing it, just instantly fell into it.
Okay. So as a defensive back, why the defensive side of the ball?
I can hit people. I'm an aggressive person. I like to hit, and I don't, if I hit someone on the street, I'm going to get in trouble. If I hit them as hard as I can on the field, it's okay.
Okay. Fair enough. I like that. So, you a DB, all right? Let's talk about this because the offense – a lot of people say the offense sets the tone, but I had several gentlemen tell me yesterday, no. The defense is the one who controls what happens in that game.
Yeah, definitely.
So talk to me about your scheme. Talk to me about some of the things that you do to disrupt the offense you played against.
I just play my game. They got to work against me. See, a lot of people, they try to focus on what the receiver does. They try to beat the receiver. To me, we all got to do our 111th, right? My 111 just do my job. The receiver, they got their route. My job just really react to them. If they catch the ball, I'm going to hit them right away. They're going to drop the ball. Just really get in their head right away, let them know it's going to be a long day, physical game. Just try to disrupt the pattern between him and the quarterback and disrupt his entire game right away.
All right, so you from Illinois, so I'm asking the question to a lot of you young men here today. You can't pick where you go in life when it comes to the NFL, the CFL, but if you could pick a team to play for, which team would you want to play for? And more importantly, why?
I want to play for that team once.
No, we ain't doing that. Public service announcement. I am not accepting. I will go wherever they want me to go, okay? We need to start manifesting what we want to do with our lives.
See, now, it's not where I want to go. I want to go to the team that wants me, that I'm able to contribute to right away. A lot of people, they go in the league, they just sitting around, they just collecting a check. For me, it's not about money. It's about contributing to a team, helping the team win the championship. So whatever team wants to win, they're going to pick me up.
Okay, so fine. So then let me flip that back on you then. Is there a team right now in the NFL that you could plug and play yourself in there tomorrow and be an instant impact? You could be a potential Rookie of the Year candidate.
Definitely.
Which team?
Every.
No, we ain't doing that. No.
There's not one team that could have benefited from having Jelon on the team, honestly. I'm a lovable guy. When I want to go out and talk to him, I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to coach each other up. I take coaching. Everything about me just fits on every team.
I still don't agree. I know there's one in his heart, but he ain't going to tell us. That's fine. Do me a favor, my brother. Let the people know who you are.
Jelon Owens, defensive back from Benedictine.
I appreciate you, man. Have fun tomorrow, all right?
Yes, sir. Definitely. Appreciate it.
All right, let me get another brother in here. Come on, man. You've been waiting. You've been waiting all day.
Do I cut it? Keep it going?
No, keep it going. We're going to keep it going. This brother's been waiting since Monday. Yes, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great.
Appreciate it. Do me a favor. Let people know who you are.
Joshua Taylor, Mississippi Valley State. I play offensive line, all 5 positions.
All 5?
Yes, sir.
So from left to right, it don't matter whether they put you at center, tackle, guard. Wherever they put you, that's where you're going to be.
Yes, sir.
That's where you're going to be dominating.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Why the offensive line? Because, offensive linemen don't get a lot of love now.
Oh, yeah. You do all the dirty work.
Right. And none of the credit.
That's cool.
You cool with that?
Yes, sir.
You cool with just being able to push defenders back?
Yes, sir.
Can you pick up, I've seen offensive guys, pick up small guys and just, carry them? Can you do that?
Watch my film.
All right. I don't know. I'm just saying. Watch his film. He said he could do it. So, why the offensive line?
It was something I wouldn't say forced to do, but it was pick a side, defense and offense, and I heard basically the pros and cons, and the pros outweighed the cons on the offense end. You get to know the play and hit somebody. And you get to hold a little bit.
Okay.
Get the job done.
Don't get them 5 yards, man. I'm telling you. Listen, I had a left tackle, a left guard by the name of Jason Peters, and as he got older, his feet kind of tripped up a little bit. Every time he got a false start, I wanted to break my television. I'm sorry. Listen, Best Buy loved me during football season because they was like, Jason Peters did it again. Here come Eric. I'm like, so as an offensive lineman, we talked about the dirty work. We talked about being that man that's going to be going in, doing the job, and just doing what he loves to do without getting any of that credit. Where does that come from? Because, you got a lot of these guys out here, a lot of these athletes who are like, no, they want the spotlight on them. But you, as an athlete, as a team player are like, you know what? I just want to prove to y'all that ain't nobody gonna get through me. So where does that come from?
That's exactly where it comes from. Being a team player, willing to sacrifice and willing to do anything for the team.
Okay,
To win.
but who in your life inspired you and kind of molded you that way? Was there a particular person?
As in like a football player or just anybody?
Anybody?
My father.
Talk on it.
So my father basically, he always believed in me since day one, and that's basically all I needed. So somebody that pushed me, basically wouldn't take any crap, even in school, on the football field, can come in workouts and all that. He was somebody that pushed me and watched me grow as much as I can. That's why I want to provide for my family and build generational wealth.
All right, so question I'm asking, and I don't want politically correct, but let's get down to the nitty gritty. Is there a team right now that you would want to go play for if you could pick to choose to go play for that team? If so, why?
I got two.
No, you want to see everybody. It's either none or two. Fine, go ahead, give me two.
First, Philadelphia Eagles.
See, I know it. Come on, bro. Thank you.
You didn't say
My
that.
dog. That's my dog.
Because I want to play. I want my family to come to the games. So that's close to home. But I will also want to play for my favorite team, Indianapolis Colts. So.
Oh, where are we at? Oh, we here.
We are.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Jim Irsay. Okay, come get him. He right
Give me a
down the
call.
street. Exactly. Okay. So why the Colts, though? I'm curious.
Marvin Harrison, Peyton Manning. I watched that offense. That system, Reggie Wayne. And that's the system I want to play, and I want to play for
So
a good team.
Let me ask you a question. Real talk. Could you be the next Jeff Saturday? Could you be that center that is always there to protect your quarterback for 12, 14 seasons and never let anybody touch that man?
Yes, sir.
I'm curious. I'm not saying
Yeah.
I don't believe you, but I'm just, okay, fair enough. Do me a favor. Remind the people who you are.
Joshua Taylor, Mississippi Valley State University.
Appreciate you, man. Much
Appreciate
love.
you.
Have fun tomorrow, all right?
Thank you.
All right. We're going to switch things up a little bit. Let me get my girl, Miss Ruth the Truth, in here.
You were doing so good, though.
It's all right. It's all right.
All right, we are live here for the NFL. I'm sorry, for the National Scouting Combine. Can you let the audience know what is your name, what school you went to, and what position you play for?
I'm Robert Andrews. I went to Lewisburg College in North Carolina, played defensive end.
So why did you choose to play on the defensive side of the ball?
Mainly just to hit people. You know, as a little ankle biter, I was like 75 pounds. One of the biggest ones on the team, surprisingly. They had put me on offensive line, and the coach put me in tackle. So the first question I asked, can I tackle him? He was like, no, you can't. You can't hold, can't wrap around, nothing. And it really bothered me. I couldn't tackle, take somebody to the ground. And so eventually they switched me over, and I just fell in love from there, just being able to hit people.
So how old were you when you started playing?
I want to say like 7.
And it's been nonstop ever since.
ma'am.
Is there any player in the NFL that inspired you to play, the game once you became, of age? Anybody that you remember maybe try to mimic their style, maybe?
No specific players. Like I want to say Cam was my favorite player, Cam Newton, but he's a quarterback, so I can't really replicate what he does. So I just try to do my own thing. Like I see guys now like T.J. Watt, Aaron Donald, guys like that, and that's just like people I kind of try to replicate, but I still want to try to be myself.
So why did you decide to come to the National Scouting Combine? What do you want to accomplish from this?
Get my name out there, show everybody that I can still do this. I really do belong. Type stuff.
All right, so if you had to make a decision to choose any NFL team to play for, who would be that team that you would, answer the phone call and be like, I'm on my way?
I would say the Carolina Panthers because that's my home team. I didn't give them that opportunity plenty of times this year, hitting them up. A few of them got back to me, but it never went further than that. Really, I would like to go play for the Steelers, have good, defensive linemen around me, or even LA. They got a phenomenal front seven. So it's just like I would like to be surrounded with defensive, talent.
Yeah, awesome. Well, go ahead and let the audience know, again, who you are and where you're from.
Robert Andrews from Lewisburg College, North Carolina.
All right, appreciate it. Thank
Thank
you. Up next.
How's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
Good.
All right, so what brought you to the National Scouting Combine? And go ahead and let the audience know who you are.
I'm Brennan Costa, quarterback wide receiver from Bates College.
Awesome. And what brought you to the National Scouting Combine?
Coach Wilson and Coach Kilber reached out to me on Twitter, and I feel like there was a great opportunity to kind of showcase my talent.
So when did you start to play that quarterback position?
I was 5 years old, flag football.
Flag football
Shout
is
out
where
to
it
the
started?
Sakana Schooners.
Did you play quarterback consistently since that
Yeah,
age?
so I started playing at 5 years old. I played through college, and I was talking to my coach when I was leaving college. He said just to maximize my opportunities to kind of see if I can do both, because I feel like I have the talent to do both. just trying to reach out and grab as many opportunities as I can.
Absolutely. Is there any NFL players you looked up to? Any quarterbacks maybe that you admired as a child?
I was born in 1998, lived 20 minutes from Foxborough. So Tom Brady was my guy my whole life, but also Julian Edelman because he already kind of did what I'm trying to do.
I'm sorry that both of those players retired now.
I know. It's okay.
So if you had to choose any NFL team to play for, who would it be?
New England Patriots, Patriot way.
Awesome. Well, go ahead and let the audience know who you are and where you're from and where you're aspiring to be.
Brennan Costa, Bates College, quarterback, wide receiver. And Bill, if you hear this, you can give me a call.
Give him a call, Bill.
I live 20 minutes away.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Want to rotate 2 and 2?
Sure, that's fine.
Boom, boom. Tag you're it.
All right, there you go. So let me go ahead. Now we back in here. Let me get another brother in here to have a conversation. What's up, man? Didn't I talk to you yesterday?
A little bit.
Nah, see?
No, you meant for the interview. No.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wait a minute. I know I done talked to this brother. So do me a favor. Let the people know who you are, sir. What school you went to. What position you play.
My name is Reggie Collins from Stafford, Virginia. Originally went to James Madison University, but finished up at University of Charleston. I play strong safety.
This is why I know Reggie, because his family was on the YouTube channel today talking like, we need more Reggie. We need more Reggie. I was like, man, I can't get to Reggie. Reggie trying to run a drill here. What you want me to do? But man, let me ask you this question. Since we here now and you've had your opportunity and you went through the drills today. And how do you feel? Like honestly, let's keep it 100. You went through the drills, you ran your 40. You did your broad jump. You did your bench press. Sorry for the people who didn't get to see that. You did your cone and agilities. Overall, if you had to grade yourself, how do you feel on a scale of 1 to 10? How do you feel you did?
That's hard because I'm like a perfectionist. So unless someone tells me I did perfect, then I didn't do perfect. So can we stop for a second? Because I just want to say this to all the brothers out there, just to everybody out there. We need to stop sacrificing greatness for perfection, okay? Ain't no perfect people, all right? But if you are a great talent, if you are a great athlete, somebody gonna come get you. So we need to get rid of that mindset. Practice does not make perfect, okay? Don't sacrifice your greatness within you because you're trying to be perfect. I had to get that out there because I need people to understand that, man. Yeah,
you are a great talent. We watched you today. Your family was so excited to be able to live stream and see you out there, man. Don't take that for granted. This was a huge moment.
I definitely soak it in. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be able to do all these drills, and I feel like I did it to the best of my ability. But I just always feel like there's room for improvement. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
But there always is. But I'm just, you gonna be the best version. Use that Mamba mentality. Be the best version of Reggie. You know what I mean? So,
yes, sir.
All right. So let's get down to it. What position?
Safety.
Oh, see, okay, I like you already. You're a defensive guy. You like to hit people, I take it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How are you disrupting the offense in your game?
It's just my versatility. Not only, everybody talks about hitting, but I like to catch picks too. So anytime I can get back in coverage, that'd be good because, you can hit people. That's good. It feels good. But I want to get the ball, perhaps score, because I want to change the game.
Okay.
So that's just the bottom line. That's what I feel like a safety should do.
When I rewatch your tape, what are one of the things that I'm going to notice that have stand out about you?
Just hustle, just gritty, just willing to sacrifice whatever I need, On my film, there have been times I've been double teamed, but I still try to fight through and get a TFL. So
okay,
it's just, like you said, mama mentality, no matter what.
All right, so my question, and you know already what it is. If you could pick a team to go play for in the NFL, which team and why?
Any team. No, but it is any team. But
Listen, I recognize that. I recognize all y'all want is your shot. All y'all want is y'all opportunity. Mm-hmm. I get that, trust me. But again, when we want something in life, sometimes we settle because we feel like that's all we worth. We got to start valuing ourselves.
I got you.
All right? So that's why I'm saying to you. And if it truly is any team, hey, much love, much respect. Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, if I was in your shoes, there's only one team I want to go play for. And it damn sure ain't Dallas. I'm letting you know.
Nah, but I did grow up, always watching Ray Lewis. So
okay.
If Baltimore gave me a shot, I definitely appreciate it.
All right, fair enough. Do me a favor. Remind the people who you are, please.
Reggie Collins, strong safety out of Stafford, Virginia. And any team that takes me, they're going to get somebody that's gonna give 110% no matter what.
Hey, much love, brother. Thank you so much. Have fun tomorrow. Let me get another brother in here. We can have this conversation. I'll jump over here. It's all right. I'll jump over here. I'm flexible. See, I can move. I'm not as good as you, but I'm versatile. I can, What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good.
Do me a favor. Let people know who you are, please.
My name's Jatavian Toes, wide receiver from Tulane.
Tulane. All right. So wide receiver. You an inside or outside?
Both.
X, Y, Z?
Anything.
Don't matter. Okay. So why the wide receiver position? Because, that has become, even though the quarterback is the big one, wide receivers have become prominent over the last probably 2 decades. We've seen, even longer than that, but I'm saying, take the last 2 decades. We've seen so many studded wide receivers, all-stars, play this game at such a high level. Why are you one of those gentlemen?
Somebody got to make the quarterback look good.
Okay. All right. So what did you do at Tulane that made your quarterback look good?
Catch the balls, run my routes, get open, get off releases. And it's just not also that I played receiver at Tulane. I played special teams. I was big on that.
Okay, so talk to me about your special teams. Are you a kick returner, punt returner? What?
Play flyer.
Okay.
I was on kickoff, played kickoff return. I was a returner, all that.
All right, so what's the one thing about your tape that I'm going to look at and be like, yep, that's the dude?
I don't even know, to be honest. Probably so much.
You got to pick one. Give me one. Give me one thing about you that when I go look at your tape, I'll be like, yep, that's the difference between him and every other wide receiver that I've watched.
Aggressiveness.
Okay. Why?
I'm just aggressive. You don't meet a lot of aggressive receivers.
This is true. You don't. So one-on-one, you on the outside, you the X. It's 3rd and 15, and you got to get 15 yards to get that first. How are you breaking the defense to be able to get that first down?
No route.
What route?
Yeah, route.
You know what? All right, so run an inside slant for me.
Run the inside slant, making it seem like a fade every time. He gonna go for it. I'm breaking in on that slant. Once I break in on that slant, I gotta know where the safety is. I gotta either get up or I gotta get vertical regardless.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how I'm gonna get that 15.
All right, fair enough. Listen, if there's a team that you could play for in the NFL, which team and why?
I was gonna say the Eagles.
I know, it's okay.
But I'm gonna
Everybody loves me. I'm so happy. Y'all.
I'm gonna go to my whole team.
Okay.
My whole team, Arizona.
And that's where the Super Bowl's gonna be next year.
Yep.
So is Kyler? All right. So let me put you in a situation then. Kyler decides to continue to play. We don't know if he's going to, but for argument's sake, let's say Kyler decides to play. So now it's Nook on one side, Christian Kirk on the other side. You got James Conner in the backfield, and now we got you in the slot. How lethal are y'all? Hey,
man. Hey.
It's a tall order.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you coming in playing with some greats, and not to mention, so 2 years ago, what did Tampa do? They played, they hosted, they won a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Home stadium.
Mm-hmm.
This past year, less than a month or some change ago, what did the Rams do? Play, host, and win a Super Bowl in their stadium.
Yep.
You know they say good things come in threes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now if Arizona come calling and you get in Arizona, like I said, Christian Kirk on one side, Nook on the other side, and he healthy. James Conner in the backfield. Kyler's throwing what he does, and now we got you, a complimentary piece. I need to know what y'all gonna do.
They just made another option.
Okay. All right. I'm excited. I want to see this. Do me a favor. Tell the people who you are.
Jatavian Toes from Tulane. Roll away.
Fair enough, brother. Thank you.
Nice. Good job. All right. You might have to adjust the camera, Eric, because we have a very tall. Let us know when we good.
We're gonna need a minute here, ladies and gentlemen. Give us a minute here. I got Therese.
Recalibrate.
You a big boy. Okay. You are. I ain't gonna lie. That's what you want me to tell you. There we go. All right, my brother. Ruth.
All right, let the audience know what your name is, how tall you are, and what school you played for.
I'm Cameron Johnson, 6'6", played at Fort Valley State University.
What position did you play?
Played offensive line.
Offensive line. Now, what inspired you to play that position? Or is there anybody that just kind of said, big boy, we need you right here?
It's not really anybody, but it's just the fact that when I was in high school, really I came in wanting to play defense, but it was like, we're going to bring the whole line, and then I ended up loving it. So it's just something I love to do now.
So as your career, went on and you got older, do you want to stay the offensive line, or have you ever thought about maybe switching sides to go on the dark side?
It might cross my mind from time to time, but I just got that love for playing O-line. Now it's just something about doing the dirty work, something about beating your man up all game till they get tired and going back at them. So it's something I love to do now.
So what brought you to the National Scouting Combine?
Just to get my name out there, show what I could do, show people I can play professionally.
Were you at the Combine today?
Yes.
Did you feel like you left it all out there on the turf?
I felt like I left it all out there. I felt like I could be the best version of me.
Awesome. Now, if you had to choose an NFL team to play for, any team at all, is there any team that you would be like, you know what, I fit right in there? Their offensive scheme.
Of course, I'd say any team, but if you make me pick a team, I would probably choose Carolina Panthers, close to home, maybe close to family to come see me, used to the weather because I'm from South Carolina. So
Makes sense.
It would be a pretty good choice.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for talking to me. Let us, our audience know your name and where you're from.
Cameron Johnson, Fort Valley State University.
All right, thank you. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Go ahead and let our audience know who you are, what school you play for, and what position.
I'm Jared Sitton. I went to Ohio Northern University, and I play D-line.
All right. What inspired you to play on the defensive side of the ball?
Just like everyone else, I like hitting people.
You like hitting people?
I like hitting people. I like being disruptive. I like causing problems for the offense.
And what makes you stand out to other defensive linemen out there? What sets the bar for you?
I just feel like I have a knack for getting in the backfield and causing disruption in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and just trying to help out the defense however I can.
Is there any active players in the NFL that you would say that you kind of maybe mirror their style? If you had anybody to compare yourself to and how they play?
I'd say like a DeForest Buckner or something like that. I'd like to say I'm like Aaron Donald, but I mean, that man's a freak of nature. So
we know this.
I'd say something like DeForest Buckner, someone that really causes problems on the inside, but is versatile enough to go on the outside and make a difference too. So.
All right. And you participated in the Combine today, correct?
I did.
What was your favorite, or what do you think you did best in? And what would you like to play or try maybe tomorrow to get even better?
I think a lot of the agility drill I did really well in. Always, if I can go again, I'd love to. I want to keep working, keep improving, trying to do the best I can. I think overall, I had a pretty good day. I really enjoyed doing the agility drills. Having everyone cheer you on, everyone supporting everyone else, I think that was really cool.
That's awesome. Now, where did your love of football come from? Where did this start? Because I know your mom wasn't like, yeah, go start hitting yourself.
Actually, it kind of was. I mean, she obviously didn't. She was kind of nervous about the whole contact when I got older, but she started me in flag football when I was really young. She enjoyed watching me play. I loved playing it. All my family always big fans of football. My grandpa, my dad, everyone was huge into football, so they kind of just brought me into it, and I fell in love with it as a young child. And
do you have any other family members that play the sport as well?
No one professionally or anything, just like in high school and college and everything. But yeah, I'm trying to do something first for my family. So.
Right. So being from Ohio, how disappointed were you with the ending result of the Super Bowl?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Browns fan, so I was kind of cheering against the Bengals.
You heard it here first.
I mean, yeah,
the orange threw me off. Sorry.
That's fair.
Right. Well, go ahead and let our audience know your name again and where you're from.
I'm Jared Sitton. Went to Ohio Northern University. I play D-line.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Real quick, fellas, anybody who did not get measured, make sure you find Jeremiah and them in the back. Make sure you get your testing on everything. Anybody who did not do that, please make sure you do that, all right?
I think you might. Is he centered?
Slide a little bit. Slide. Perfect. There we go.
All right. Awesome.
3,
go ahead.
2, 1.
All right, we're here at the National Scouting Combine, and I have a gentleman here that is going to speak to us about why he's here. So go ahead and let our audience know where you're from and what school you play for.
I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, and I play for Southwestern Oklahoma State University down in Weatherford, Oklahoma. Reason I came is I love the game, and I saw this opportunity, was just kind of searching for things, and I saw the National Scouting Combine, sent my film in, and contacted like Infield Draft Diamonds on Twitter, trying to get my name out. Then I got invited.
And what is your name?
Uriah. My name is Uriah Guy, and usually everybody calls me G. That's my nickname. So
All right, geez. So what was your favorite activity today during the combine? What do you think you thrived in?
I would say the pro shuttle.
Okay.
I'm calling like more quick, side to side.
You got agility.
Yeah,
all that. Okay, awesome. Now, what inspired you to play football?
To be honest, while playing backyard football with all my friends, and I just kind of developed a love for it. And not a lot of people in my family play football, but I have like an uncle and cousin that play basketball. But I was only pretty much the one that played football.
So why did you decide to stray away and not play basketball like the rest of your family?
Because a lot of them like 6 foot and above.
Yeah.
And so I was like, and I noticed I was quick, and I always hear like older people that like, I need to play football, or they'll say, you need to play football, it's quick and stuff like that. And I didn't get that height, kind of skipped me. So
right. So what makes you love the game? Like, what's your favorite aspect of football?
My favorite aspect, I would say, when it comes to crunch time, fourth quarter.
Down by 3?
Yeah, down by 3, or I'm on the other side and they got to score the ball, and I'm kind of like, you ain't gonna score nothing. I'm like, nah, it's not gonna happen today. So that's what I live for right there.
Awesome. Go ahead and let our audience know your name and where you're from.
My name's Uriah Guy. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri.
All right, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Right. How you doing? What brought you to the National Scouting Combine? But first, introduce yourself and your position.
My name is Devon Bergeron from Miami, Florida. And I play wide receiver.
Awesome. Now, what got you to be a wide receiver?
I mean, coming from Miami, we just like to be flag guys on the field, so it's either play wide receiver or DB. So I'm not coming from somebody. I'm trying to score a touchdown.
Right. So, what started this love for the game?
Like I said, coming from Miami, it's either play football or run track. So we did both. Football.
But you're quick too.
Of course.
What was your favorite aspect of the National Scouting Combine today?
I mean, just being around other players competing, and also to like enjoy the 40.
Mm-hmm.
So, being with other players competing like that, that's part of it.
Awesome. Now, who was your NFL team growing up? Was it the Miami Dolphins? Sadly? All right, so is Tua Tagovailoa going to be the future franchise quarterback for your Miami Dolphins?
I hope so.
Awesome. And if you had any NFL team that you would love to play for, that you feel like you would fit the scheme right away, and you guys could run for a championship, who would be that team?
I really feel like any team that's like, they're big on spreading the ball around the field, multiple players. So I say a team like Kansas City, they're not afraid of giving the ball to younger guys that prove themselves. So I know they spread the ball to like 5 different receivers in the game sometimes. So that's kind of a team that I really would like to go to.
Right, a team game, Right. There's no I in team. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. Go ahead and let our audience know again your name, where you're from, and yeah.
Devon Bergeron, I'm a wide receiver from Miami, Florida.
All right, thank you.
You pick, I don't care. I'm still right here.
Do we gotta adjust it again?
Nope, we're good. We are good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and bring you another player, another athlete, National Scouting Combine. These young men were out here today. They ran their 40. They did the bench press. They did their pro agility. Now tomorrow, they get the opportunity to go out there and have some fun. Also get the opportunity to be talked to by some of the rugby coaches and scouts that are here, as well as WWE, as well as the CFL, AFL, American Indoor Football Alliance. One thing I always want to say to people is, when these moments present themselves, you got to walk through the door. Sometimes you got to kick that son of a bitch in, but I'm just saying, every now and then you got to let them know who you are. Like this young man, please introduce yourself to the people.
I'm Reggie Collins Jr. I went to Manchester University. I'm from South Bend, Indiana.
Okay, and what position?
Wide receiver.
I knew it. You like what, 6'4", 6'5"? 6'4". Okay, so 6'4". Now you a wide receiver. You a tall boy. So I mean, trust me, going up and get the ball would not be a problem for you. However, these DBs and these safeties and these corners like to be a little shifty. Tell me how you disrupt them aside from being possibly 3 to 5 inches taller than them.
Shoot. Just go get the ball.
I feel like there's more to it though, because listen, these DBs, they coming at you, and when you go up to get it, granted, yes, you may have a height advantage. Sometimes, like I said, it might only be by a couple of inches. But what is it about your game that corners and safeties and defensive gentlemen should be not fearful of? But when they see you, they're like, oh, okay, I gotta pin my ears back to get this brother, because if the ball goes up, it's a 50-50 ball, he got the height advantage. So how do you play to that weakness, if you will?
Man, really, like growing up.
Right.
To be honest with you, I used to play defense, so I know the loops and schemes of how DBs play. So like it's kind of hard to guard me because like I know the little gestures with the hand, all that extra stuff. So really, I just play physical, aggressive.
That's what I needed to know. All right. So again, asking everybody, if you could pick an NFL team to play for, which team would you want to play for and why?
I got two.
All right, go ahead.
Los Angeles, the Chargers, and the Raiders.
Okay, so both teams in the same division. That's interesting. So why the Chargers?
I don't know, really, because it's out west. I mean, I've been in the Midwest all my life, so it's like I like the West Coast. It's a good vibe.
Okay, but Vegas is a whole different animal. We both know that, man. And playing in that Death Star, man, that's something that's a lot of people. Vegas is one of those towns where you get into trouble really quick. So you got to kind of center and ground yourself and make sure that you stay focused, especially during the regular season and postseason. So why the Raiders?
I don't know. Just really their environment. I like their fan base. Watching the games on TV with my family. They got a good fan base. And they got a new stadium.
Yeah, and you wearing the black and silver, so I can kind of see that something like that. So, all right, do me a favor, my brother, and thank you so much. Remind the people who you are.
I'm Henry Greer, Jr. I go to Manchester University, and I'm from South Bend, Indiana.
Much love. Yes, sir. Much love, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you. Let me get another young man in here to have this conversation. What's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing real good.
Do me a favor. Introduce yourself to the people, please.
Jojo Mcnair from Wartburg College, DB and wide receiver.
Oh, you play both sides? Oh, okay. We got an athlete in the building. He on both sides of the ball. So which one do you play more?
DB.
You play DB more. So we're going to focus on that first, then we're going to switch over to wide receiver. So as a DB, you're a very unique situation because you come in knowing both sides of the ball to start. How does that make you so versatile to everybody, no matter what team you go to?
I could say, I don't know, I'm more of like a man-to-man guy.
Okay.
So I play defense a lot. I love defense. Even basketball, I'm a defensive guy.
Okay.
So I feel like I just know more from a wide receiver's perspective on like what they want to do and how they want to get open. A lot of guys, when I play on defense, they want to be real physical.
Right.
So I play into that. I like to be physical too.
Right.
They just think I'm small. They think I'm weak. They think I can get past me, but it don't work that way.
Because you understand that, like the gentleman before you was talking about, you understand the hip placement. You understand the hand movement when they stick their foot in the ground. You have a working knowledge of that, so that caters and benefits to you. So let me ask this question then. As a wide receiver, when you do play that, how are you able to disrupt the defensive side of the ball then? Because like you said, primarily you're a defensive-minded guy. But now when you flip the script and go to the other side, how do you disrupt that defender on the other side?
Work with their hands, work with their feet, work with their eyes. A lot of people, like I said, people think I'm small, so they like to be real physical with me. They like to take that to an advantage, but it's really a mistake because once they start lunging or doing anything wrong, they're gonna fly right past.
Fair enough. Do me a favor, my brother, before I let you go, though. If you could pick a team in the NFL to play for, which team would you want to play for and why?
Indianapolis Colts.
Indianapolis Colts, right down the road here at Lucas Oil. Okay, so why the Colts?
Favorite team, Peyton Manning. That's my boy.
Okay, fair enough. Remind the people who you are, please.
Jojo Mcnair from Wartburg, DB and wide receiver.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Handle your business. What's up, young man?
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm pretty good.
Do me a favor, introduce yourself to the people, please.
My name is Alvin Worsham. I play running back, wide receiver from Augusta, Georgia. Went to Southwest Baptist University.
Okay, so you're a running back.
Yes, sir.
All my running backs that I talk to, I ask them this simple question. The average lifespan of a running back is about 3.5 to 4 years. So what makes you so different that you would have longevity at the next level?
That's easy. I'm a receiving running back, so I really enjoy coming out the backfield, catching passes, and I'll be able to split out, be using the pass game, so that's something that separates me.
Okay. So along those lines, talk to me about the importance of you maintaining being healthy. and the physical presence that you bring. And then also, on top of that, I got to know, are you a north-south or east-west runner?
I'm going to answer your second question than your first question. I'm probably definitely more east-west. I like to be shifty. I don't want to be touched, but I want to go get yards.
Okay.
So instead of running somebody over and the plate in right there, I'd rather try to shake you and go get 5-10 more yards. And as far as staying healthy, in the off season, when I train, I try to have my lungs and stuff as that of a receiver of a smaller position. But my strength definitely as like a running back and strong enough to take hits and be able to maintain.
Okay. So now, as a wide receiver, are you more of an inside guy than an outside, or?
I'm probably more of an inside. I could go outside. I'm comfortable outside, but probably definitely more of an inside.
All right. Is there a team, if you could pick to go play for the NFL, which team would it be and why?
All right, listen. I'll go to any team, to be honest with you. I know that's not the answer you want, but that's really just generally how I feel.
All right, so let me flip the script then. Is there a team right now that needs a running back of your caliber to where you could go in and make an instant impact?
I'm not 100% sure which teams per se, but I will say if there is a coaching staff that is looking for a running back that can do both, come out the backfield, be comfortable catching passes, I'll be comfortable going there. I'll get a job for them.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Do me a favor, please. Remind the people who you are.
My name is Alan Worsham from Augusta, Georgia. Thank you for the opportunity.
No worries, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes, sir. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Do me a favor, please. Introduce yourself to the people.
Bailey Blanchard. I went to University of West Alabama. I'm from Piedmont, and I play receiver.
Okay. So wide receiver. You the X, the Y, the Z. Which one are you?
Started out outside and played slot this year. I think I like slot a little better.
Okay.
I get in the mix blocking. And
so why?
Help my team out, you know. I like being physical, and then I like catching passes over the middle. They don't really bother me as much.
See, this is the thing that I've never been able to understand, and it's because I'm just not in that mindset. As a wide receiver, okay, you got to be it's like a tight end. You have this. There is a uniqueness about you that make you want to go across the middle when you got a linebacker gunning for you. Like, he pinned them ears back and he's like, no, you are not. I'm gonna knock you clean out the air. You and the ball are gonna separate. So why? And you say you like being in the slot.
I do.
So what is it about that just gets you pumped and ready to go, man? Like, how are you gonna beat that linebacker?
I don't know, it's just the thrill of it. I don't know. It's just, and then plus the mismatch that you have with them. If you had a linebacker, a bigger safety trying to guard you, I feel like you can take advantage of that.
How do you take advantage of that?
Just running good routes, and then just like I said, we like to say linebackers are a little step slower, but there's some fast guys here though. I give you that. There's a lot of fast guys here.
I'm just saying. I listen. If I'm gonna play wide receiver, I'm sticking straight on the outside. I'll beat you off the line. You got to come find me, but go across that middle. Me personally, not doing it. That's just me. But anyhow, if you could play for an NFL team, which team would you want to play for and why?
Being from where I'm from, in Alabama, I'd probably pick the Atlanta Falcons just because it's close.
Okay.
Right there, my older sister, she's a big Falcons fan, and feel bad for her, So maybe I could go there and help them out a little bit.
Hey, listen, Calvin really definitely needs some help. So, I think it would benefit someone like you to be able to. Plus, you said you like going and playing that slot. So, listen, you do you, boo-boo. I'm just saying, do me a favor, man. Remind the people who you are, please.
Bailey Blanchard, play receiver at University of West Alabama.
Perfect. Thank you, my brother.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And we back. Thanks, Jimmy.
Is that live stream?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, thank God.
No. But it will be in there.
Yeah, we're leaving that. We're not cutting that out. All right, thank you. I know you've been waiting for a while to have your opportunity to speak, so please let our audience know where you're from, what's your name, and what position you play.
Dante Crow from Campbell University, and I play receiver.
All right, what brought you to the National Scouting Combine?
Exposure. You know, I saw there was going to be some scouts and stuff here, and I just needed a better opportunity to get my name out.
Awesome. Now, what had you decide to play receiver?
Growing up, you see the guys make the big plays, you know, get into all the cool stuff, the touchdown dances, and I was like, yeah, I want to do that.
So XYZ, are you a slot receiver? You on the outside? What are you doing?
Play slot, so take the big hits, you know, do the dirty work, but it's worth it.
Now, what separates you and your talents? What separates you from other wide receivers?
Quick, super quick, and I'm consistent. Like the ball comes to me, I'm gonna catch it. Even like the tough, like collision catches, like I'm not scared. So.
Awesome. What team did you probably follow throughout your childhood? Who was your home team or a team that you love to watch?
Growing up, the Broncos always went to their games, but they have so many receivers now where it's like, would I fit there, you know?
Right.
Always, that'd be a great opportunity.
So if you had an opportunity to choose an NFL team where you feel like you would fit right in and you could understand their offense and maybe you already like the coaching staff that they have going on, what team would that be and why?
I'd say the Bills. They used Isaiah McKenzie kind of like me, and I played with Josh Allen, so
you
like
played with Josh
good.
Allen.
Yeah.
I need you to elaborate on that for a little bit. You can't just drop that
together.
bomb. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for taking the time to speak with me. Go ahead and let the audience know where you're from and what's your name.
Dante Crow, wide receiver, Campbell University.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. Go ahead and let the audience know your name, where you're from, and what position you play.
My name is Anthony Barber. I'm from Johnstown, Pennsylvania, and I played at Linemen University. I'm an O-line and D-line.
Oh, okay. So on both sides of the line. How does that work out?
When they brought me in, I originally came to play D-line, and then I switched back over to O-line because I'm more comfortable as an offensive lineman, but I can still very versatile, and I played a whole season as a defensive lineman at one of my previous colleges at St. Francis University.
Awesome. So on the offensive line, what is your favorite aspect of your job?
My favorite aspect of the job is picking the little guys up when they score. You know,
pick them up,
picking them up, holding them up in the skies, you know, the starlight and everything like that. And
awesome.
And just watching linebackers' eyes get big when they see that I got up onto the second level so fast.
Awesome. Now, you playing at the collegiate level, how has that helped you, and how has that impact your athleticism to play at the professional level, going on to the next?
For the most part, it impacted that. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
That was a little hard question. You know what I mean? I had to let that know.
Right.
But how it affected me and
what's the difference of playing from high school to college?
What's the difference from playing from high school?
Yeah.
It was mental.
Mental.
It was all mental. It was all learning the plays, where to go, left from right. It was like reteaching yourself how to walk again. But after you got that part down, I think the speed you adjusted to it, the strength you adjusted to it. It's just football, but just at a higher level.
So if you had an NFL team that you could choose to play for tomorrow, that you would fit into their scheme, what team would that be?
Steelers, easily.
And why?
Because one, I'm from Johnstown, about an hour away from Pittsburgh.
Makes sense.
Two, my mentor and coach, he's not here no more, played for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 90s, Carlton Hassery, and he's a national wrestling champion, Division I, Division II. Still holds a role in that as well. So that was the main reason why I would want to go play for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Awesome. Well, let our audience know, again, your name, where you're from, and what position you play.
Anthony Barber, Johnstown, PA, Linemen University, O-line and D-line.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, how are you? All right. So what is your name? Go ahead and introduce yourself and what position you play.
I'm Deontay Sip. I'm a running back. I played at Kentucky Christian University in Campbellsville.
So running backs usually don't have, 3 to 4 seasons, kind of like the longevity. What separates you that's going to make a difference when you play at the next level?
I feel like personally, my heart separates me, because I love the moments, the little runs, like the little 3 and 4 yard runs.
Yeah, move the chains. That's all you got to do. Yeah.
So I love those runs. Also lately, I've been falling in love with the training. adapting and stuff. So, like you said, as a running back, you got to get extra treatment.
Yeah, absolutely. So what separates you from maybe other running backs that you've seen or other people that you played with?
Honestly, I'll say God, because it's like when I get on the field, it's like I kind of blank out.
Yeah.
So it's like I kind of watch film and see what I just hear.
Now, is there any NFL players that maybe you admired as a kid, somebody you looked up to, and someone that inspires you today?
Yeah, Barry Sanders, Walter Payton, Zeke. Zeke's one of my favorites too. So.
You heard that, guys. Zeke. Awesome. Again, let our audience know your name and where you're from.
I'm Deontay Sipp, and I'm from Senators, Mississippi.
And he's a running back. Thank you so much. Hey, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Go ahead and let our audience know where you're from, what your name is, and what position that you play.
My name is Kobe Reese from Columbia, South Carolina. I went to Campbellsville University. I play defensive back.
Now, as a defensive back, what is your favorite aspect of the game, of your position?
My favorite aspect of the position is just being able to take a person out the game. Like, if you put me on the number one receiver, you got to go to the number two. So my favorite part is just being able to just lock somebody completely out of the game.
And what do you think that you've improved on in your game in the last 4 years?
One thing that I definitely improved on is my turnovers. My coach always told me if you're not a guy to get picks, you got to do something else. I had 6 forced fumbles. I feel like I've been perfected the peanut punch, so that's like something that I implemented in my game.
And was there any defensive backs or any NFL players in general that you really looked up to as you were growing up?
Oh, definitely. Deion Sanders. I wear 21 because of Deion. Darrell Reeves, the Reeves Island. And I really like Marlon Humphreys now because he also does the peanut punch too. So.
Awesome. Now, what would you say to an NFL team or any team in general that would be willing to sign you? What do you think that you would bring to the board for them?
I just bring a guy that's Swiss Army knife. I started at corner for 2 years. I started at safety. I played nickel, so just being able to be versatile, and I also do special teams as well. You know what I mean? Just a guy that just gonna be out there. You can put him on the field, and he gonna make a play.
Man of many trades. Thank you so much, and go ahead and let our audience know your name, what position you play, and where you're from.
Kobe Reese, Columbia, South Carolina, defensive back.
All right, thank you, Kobe. Is that everybody? Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing great. Go ahead and let our audience know where you're from, what position you play.
Going on, everybody? Ramon Atkins, quarterback, New Mexico Highlands University.
All right. As a quarterback, what separates you from other quarterbacks at your level?
At the level that I am now, or that I played at?
That you played at.
Really recognizing the defense, breaking down, understanding what schemes they're trying to use against our type of offense, getting us into the right place quickly as possible with the up-tempo offense.
Now, the quarterback is a really big leadership position because obviously you're running the offense. You know, you have your receivers, you're calling plays. So, what is your favorite part of being the voice of your team?
Being the voice of my team, I carry myself well. I normally lead by example. I've learned to take on the verbal role. It's kind of just with my voice, kind of like it kind of parts with the coaches. So kind of what I say goes. I don't use that to belittle anybody. Always looking to bring up my team and get us in the best possible scenarios to win.
Awesome. Now, was there a quarterback in the NFL or any level that you really aspired to be as you were growing up?
Growing up, Peyton Manning, playing high school ball in Indiana, that's kind of who I looked up to. I attended his Manning Passing Academy in 2013. I got to meet the Manning family. Great experience.
Awesome. Now go ahead and let our. Well, first I want to ask you, if you had a team that you would sign up to play for right now, who would it be?
It'd probably be the same. Seeing how they utilize their quarterbacks now.
Do you feel like maybe the Saints kind of lean on their run game a little bit too much, or are you okay with carrying the load with your running backs?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I can air it out. I mean, 50-50 run pass offense, it doesn't matter.
Awesome.
We'll get it done.
Awesome. Go ahead and let our audience know your name, what position you play, and where you're from.
Once again, Ramon Atkins, New Mexico Highlands University, and I play quarterback.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I don't bite. How you doing?
Good, and you?
I'm doing great. Well, go ahead and introduce yourself to our audience. Let them know your name, where you're from, and what position you play.
My name is Anthony Barksdale from New Jersey. Played corner, safety, nickel. Played at Midwestern State.
And what attracted you to play on the defensive side of the ball?
Well, you know, playing offense, you know, to make a play, you know, a lot of things has to go your way. The play got to be called for you. The quarterback got to throw you the ball if you play receiver. Line got to block to be a successful running back. But on defense, you know, it's all on you to make a play.
You want to call your own shots.
Basically.
Awesome. Was there any NFL players that kind of inspired you to play the game?
NFL players, say Deion Sanders. That's one of them.
Awesome. Now, what separates you as a defensive back from other defensive players? What is going to make you stand out?
Just my ability to cover. You know, I covered 52 yards of the field, sideline to sideline. My long arms, quick twitch.
Do you know how long your wingspan is? Like 6 foot?
About 6'6".
Nice. Good to know. Now, if you had to play for any NFL team tomorrow, who do you think you would fit well in their defensive scheme right now?
I'll say the Chargers. Got a good line up front. Attack the quarterback, give him some pressure, which makes my job easier. Also got some guys in the back of there that can help me too. And then they the Chargers.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me. Go ahead and let our audience know again your name, where you're from, and what position you play.
Anthony Barksdale, corner, safety, nickel at Midwestern State University.
Thank you so much, Anthony.
Thank you.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. Go ahead and introduce yourself to our audience, your name, where you're from, and what position you play.
My name is Reggie Collins. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I play DT.
All right.
I played at Southeastern Oklahoma State University. The Savage.
Oh, wow. Now, what attracted you to play on the defensive side of the ball?
I'm aggressive. I like to be in the trenches. I like to hit people. You know, I use my hands. I'm just aggressive.
Did you ever play any other position growing up?
I did.
I did. Okay. Because you have some height on you, so
I played running back.
Okay. Now, do you think you're better on the defensive side of the ball than you could have been as a running back?
World may never know. I don't know.
We might have a Swiss Army knife over here playing most positions. What NFL player did you admire as you were growing up and, you know, learning the game?
Warren Sapp.
Great answer.
Reggie White.
Okay.
Even better answer.
Right.
People like that.
Exactly.
And you know Aaron Donald.
And if you had a decision to play for a team tomorrow, who do you think you would fit their defensive scheme right now?
Right now, any team, but not. But Seahawks.
They definitely need some help on that defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I love Pete Carroll, man. Pete Carroll's a good guy. Coach Hurts, he's the defensive coordinator there. I would say anybody else would be Tampa Bay.
I love that answer as well, being from Tampa myself. So, Pete Carroll, you brought up the name. You know the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. What did you think about that moment in that Super Bowl when Russell Wilson intercepted the ball or threw an interception? You could have possibly beat Brady in the Super Bowl.
You know,
did you like Pete Carroll then?
Of course. You know, sometimes that's just how the dice roll. You know, but of course we want to give it to Marshawn Lynch in that situation. But you know, if he would have caught the ball, it would have been the greatest play of the Super Bowl. But
it really would have.
You know, so it's just it's football. You know, things happen.
Now, why do you love the game so much? It's football, but why?
Why do I love the game so much? The game has been something that I can go to be myself. You know, it's brought me through a lot, other than God, for sure. It's brought me through a lot. It's gave me opportunity, finishing my third degree. You know, I'm blessed to even be in this moment. So football is allowed me to become a better man.
Great answer. Thank you so much for taking the time. Let our audience know again your name, where you're from, and what position you play.
Roger Kirby from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I play defensive tackle.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations, man.
Wow. All right, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
All right, let our audience know where you're from, what position you play, and yeah.
I'm DeVar. I'm from Florida City, Miami, Florida. and I play outside linebacker, defensive end.
So what brought you to the defensive side of the ball?
Because I don't like to get hit, so at the end of the day, I do all the hitting myself.
Right, you like to call your own shots. Awesome. Now, if you had a team, or well, I start with this. What team did you follow as you were growing up?
What team did I follow? To be honest, like I ain't had no team. I just had like more like
Players, maybe?
More like players.
Okay, was there any players that you admired growing up that inspired you to play the game?
Uncle Sean Taylor, Randy Moss, and Ed Reed.
Awesome. Now, if you had to choose any NFL team to play for right now that you feel like you would really, truly fit their scheme, who would that team be?
I like the underdog, so I go with the Vikings.
Minnesota Vikings. We haven't heard that all day. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. Go ahead and let our audience know again where you're from, what position you play.
I'm DeVaris Howe. I'm from Florida City, Miami, Florida, and I play outside linebacker, defensive end.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate it.
Bye. All right, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. Go ahead and let our audience know your name, where you're from, and what position you play.
My name is Ramon Elkins. I play outside linebacker receiver, and I'm from Youngstown, Ohio.
So you're outside linebacker and you play receiver?
Yes, sir.
So what position would you want to be permanently in? What would be your favorite go-to?
Honestly, a lot of things come and go, but I would have to go with the defensive side, outside linebacker.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you would have a little bit of an advantage at that position because you are a wide receiver as well. Do you think that helps you in the scheme?
Yes, that's one of the main reasons my college coaches has switched me over to the defensive side of the ball, and I feel like I'm more dominant on that end of the spectrum.
I mean, we saw that happen with Trevon Diggs for the Dallas Cowboys. He was a wide receiver at Alabama, and Nick Saban said, "No, we're going to put you at safety." So is that kind of the scheme that happened?
Yes.
And has it made you lethal when it comes to being an outside linebacker?
I honestly use that word pretty often.
Lethal?
To describe myself, and yes, I do feel like I'm a lethal player.
So as a lethal player, what sets you apart from other outside linebackers?
I feel that I'm a lot more dominant than most athletes that I face. I also feel that my cover scheme and the way I play, my fast style of play, separates me.
Awesome. Now, what do you think that you've improved on in the last 4 years that have really set the bar up?
Honestly, recovering from Achilles eruption, and just bringing my strength and conditioning back and setting my endurance at a high level, separating me from the competition.
Awesome. Now, if you had an NFL team that you could play for tomorrow, that you really feel like you would fit that defensive scheme, what team would that be and why?
It would have to be the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wow, we got a lot of Steelers over here. I respect that.
Because of the defensive schemes that they run and how well they run them, being a Super Bowl and efficient championship team.
I mean, and everybody would love to play for Mike Tomlin, right?
Correct.
All right, well, thank you so much for taking the time. Let our audience know again your name, what position you play, and where you're from.
Ramon Elkins, outside linebacker, Youngstown, Ohio.
All right, thanks so much.
So I guess that's going to do it for me and Ruth tonight. Ooh, I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. So tomorrow, these athletes are back out here. They're going to be running drills. They're going to be doing position skill stuff tomorrow. And, it's just going to be another great day. It's day 3 of the National Scouting Combine. Now, the gentlemen that you've seen today are just going to be running their drills tomorrow, having the opportunity to speak to people from, again, the CFL, the XFL, the USFL, the American Indoor Football Alliance, the USA Rugby Team, WWE's in the building. So, I mean, it's just, again, as I'd like to ask people sometimes, and I take this from Damon John, do you want 60% of a watermelon or do you want 100% of a grape? You know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like these doors are going to open for these young men. They've showcased who they are, and if they are flexible, if they are available, and they are reliable, they are going to go very far. So for Ruth, The Truth, Kekias, Next Gen Sports Network, make sure you check her out. She does everything with Tampa, everything with the Orlando Magic. Unfortunately, she covers Dallas. I still love her, but I have to let her know that no. Shout out to everybody at the Sideline Sports Network family and the whole entire crew from the sports arena. We will talk to y'all tomorrow. Everyone have a great night.
Bye.
Peace.
Thanks, fellas.